Well, back here it's going to look pretty chaotic because they're going to be moving scenery around. As you can see back here, like there are things hanging in the air. We don't have enough space to keep everything on the floors. That is a 1964 Chevy Impala made entirely out of aluminum. So we have probably about half the elements that are in the show back here right now. We're in the process of loading in. That is what we call a doom buggy that some of the dark forces use to get around. Our Alice is a contemporary person who goes to Wonderland from her New York City apartment. It was really about finding what would that be that's different. There are references to the Tenniel images, and there's references to the things we know that are very familiar to us about Alice in Wonderland in the sets and the costumes and projections, but we also completely depart in other places. That is how we see the caterpillar. I did not want to do a giant mushroom, and actually out of one of those lion's heads comes a giant hookah pipe, and the whole chair is a giant smokable chair, so to speak, and its smoke comes billowing out of it. Really, the way I describe it most simply is that we have Victorian elements that are from the time of Lewis Carroll. Like if you look at these big frames, they're like ornate Victorian 19th century, and then we have very modern elements, like I guess you can see these panels that actually will take very vivid projection images. This screen takes front projection. These are little LED lights that can take pattern, it can run video, it can be controlled by the line designer or the projection designer. That canopy is actually part of a bigger piece that's something we call the Queen Mobile, which is the way the Queen of Hearts is transported on and off stage. So it's kind of a fun piece, and it's kind of a more fantastical, industrial revolution looking piece. We don't declare the technology, it's there in the way that we use the projections, but sometimes they're contained within these Victorian gestures like the frames, especially in some of the numbers which really refer to contemporary pop music. We suddenly will then, out of the book scene into the number, go into the kind of modern pop imagery, graphic imagery you might see at a concert. It's a very slow process and load in over a few weeks, but yeah, it's exciting when you see it first come in 3 dimensions and you can really see it, and then when you start to light it and introduce the costumes and you really get to see the complete picture that you've created, it's exciting. To respond responsibly to this music and this show, we have to create something new, so hopefully it reminds people of the old one, but some people might like some of this new imagery, and it might be something that they'll just enhances and adds another layer to their appreciation of the story, another way of looking at it.